escape in the second week of August, as seen through newspaper headlines. The Ministry of Justice is reviewing the parole today of Samsung Electronics Vice Chairman Lee Jae-yong, who is serving 2 years and 6 months in prison for a bribery case. Vice President Lee served 60% of his sentence by example, making him a parole requirement. More than 70% of the Korean people, the absolute majority, are in favor of parole. The heads of the Korea Financial Services Commission and the Financial Supervisory Service were replaced to resolve financial imbalances and household debt. Financial imbalance refers to an increase in household debt, as liquidity expanded in the market is not absorbed into the real economy, and is concentrated in the capital markets, such as the stock market and real estate market. On the other hand, household debt is rapidly increasing, which can become a serious social problem in the future. With the parole of Vice Chairman Lee Jae-yong, Samsung Electronics is running again. It is expected to speed up drastic investment and sales for future food, large-scale M&As, as well as social contribution activities. The two major portals, Naver and Kakao, are jumping into subscription-type platforms by introducing subscription-type content. The reason why the two major portals are jumping into the subscription economy is that they can secure a profit model only by building users. The subscription economy refers to a new concept service, in which a provider periodically provides a product or service that a user wants by paying a certain amount. All three K-battery companies have grown significantly with record high earnings in the second quarter of this year. LG Energy Solutions operating profit increased 424% to 815.2 billion won. Samsung SDI's operating profit increased 184% to 295.2 billion won. SK Innovation's operating profit rose 190% to 506.5 billion won. Considering the fact that large-scale capital is required for the expansion of production plants, the three companies are proceeding with IPOs. The airline industry has seen a sharp drop in passenger demand due to the spread of the coronavirus since last year. In addition, due to restrictions on movement between countries, aircraft cannot be launched. As such, fixed expenses continue to be spent, but there is no channel to generate revenue, so the transition to unpaid leave is a crisis. Samsung's Galaxy Z series is back with more power. It is expected to significantly expand the foldable ecosystem by minimizing the price, while significantly increasing the durability, which has been pointed out as a shortcoming. In addition, the convenience is greatly improved. The cover display has been enlarged 4 times, and the convenience has been greatly improved, such as being able to run Samsung Pay right away. The number of new COVID-19 cases recorded 2,223, the highest as of August 11th, since the first case in January last year. Although level 4, the highest level of social distancing in the metropolitan area, is being applied, the spread has not decreased. It has become difficult to escape the accusations that the government has missed both quarantine and the economy. Samsung Electronics Vice Chairman Lee Jae-yong is back. Samsung, which had been shaken by adverse factors such as COVID-19 and intensifying competition in the semiconductor industry, is expected to finally take center stage and spur the super gap again. When Vice Chairman Lee Jae-yong returns to management, it is expected that large-scale projects that have been piled up immediately can be dealt with. Of particular interest is the confirmation of the S-Foundry fab expansion. The reason is that there is a growing concern that Samsung Electronics could lose its lead as competitors start large-scale investments. In addition, expectations are high for reorganizing the business structure and securing future growth through large-scale M&As. The concept of shelf life disappears into history after 36 years. From January 1, 2023, the expiration date becomes a new standard for food intake. The labeling method is different from the deadline for sale to the deadline for food consumption.